Ladies and gentlemen, Grapple Kings present a 1 10-minute round and is sponsored by Forged Irish Stout. Please welcome firstly to the red corner, Brian Connelly. And now would you please welcome his opponent to the blue corner, Dean Donnelly.
Grapple Kings commentator here.
I feel like you're going to tell the story that I told you.
I've already forgotten it.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I've remembered it. I will not tell it. No, we'll save that for the behind the scenes. Yes, Connelly, Donnelly. Who's it going to be?
Brian Connelly, of course, was the commentator for probably one of the best Grapple Kings performances in recent memory of all time.
Who was that?
Andrew McGahan against Evan Reid. And do you want to know what? Before we get into the meat and bones of this match.
Go ahead.
It was a split decision too.
Same judges.
Do you want to know who gave Evan Reid the match?
Go on.
The man in the middle there. Team Rhino teammate, Paul Brown.
Scandal.
Yeah. But I saw Brown the next day at an MMA event and I said to him, I was like, can you believe one of them clowns? And he said, yeah, that was me.
There'll be a Netflix 8-episode series made about that in the coming years. Okay, back to it here. Both men head to head. Forehead to forehead. Nice hand fight happening here. Both men standing tall. Brian showing a couple of shimmies to suggest that he might look for a double leg, a kind of a blast here. Neither man positioned to sit to guard.
No, we'll see what way it goes, because I feel that sometimes people feel obligated to stand up in events like this and shows like this a little bit, at least for the start, because they're just a little bit apprehensive of the pull and stuff like that, or where to go from. But from what I know about these lads, I feel like they'd both rather be on their back, to be honest, playing guard.
I say let's have it.
Yeah.
I say let's have it. Great reaction to something there.
Go on, Stephen, tell us. Ah, adorable. One of the kids in the audience shouted, "Go on, Dad."
Touching stuff, guys. These are the things that you miss at home and can only be experienced here in the bricks and mortar that is
Civic Theatre.
the Civic Theatre in Tallaght.
And complete sellout today.
Complete
so
sellout. Tricky
you
car
need
park to find. Tricky car park to find on your first time.
Yeah, tricky enough, to be honest.
And your thoughts about the car park situation?
Well, as a veteran of the Civic Theatre, I was able to navigate it a little bit better this time. But I do come in what I believe is the exit and then drive up a one-way system to get a better parking spot. So,
see what I mean? True black belt. There you go, Andrew. Hey,
nearly got it.
but look, ends
The
him up on the bottom.
patented.
That's one of the nice things about that takedown throw, though, isn't it? That you can, if it doesn't go well, you often end up in a nice, favourable half guard maybe position.
Or get back. Yeah, exactly.
You can
If
disguise
end
it as
up
a
on the
pull.
bottom, exactly. It's multifaceted.
I have to wonder here, looking at the elbow support on Brian's right elbow, how much it's really doing.
Would you like to attack it, or
No, I would like
what's
to.
the purpose of it?
I would just like to suggest that it is not really providing as much support as its manufacturers might claim. Here we go.
Wow.
Not
we
even a
got-
flinch
We
from.
were cool under pressure there.
Yeah.
Is Crone Gracie sitting at this table? Because both of us were ice cool under pressure, Chris.
Yeah.
And we nearly got a 2-for-1 there in terms of the arm drag and the Spanish announce table getting a bit of a doing.
Yeah.
So both of these,
And hola to our amigos watching from.
those tuning in on ESPN Deportes.
Yes.
So from 2 takedown attempts alone, I feel like you're going to be putting it in Brian's side of things.
This is where I need to see the sit. We need to. Here we go. Let's. And on your point of, I know exactly what you mean, and I agree with you that there's often that. Let's give this a little bit of space here before I.
Dean's triangle the legs nicely, and he should be safe enough here because.
Especially if you can get these toes back underneath them. Yeah. Okay. Looks good there. Will we see a triangle of the legs here? Yes.
Yeah.
To go back to what I was saying. I do feel you're correct, and I do feel obligated to show that little bit of stand-up. But like, the folks are here to see a submission. The folks are here to see scrambles. The folks are here to see, and I just think let's get that thing to the floor. Unless you're, hey, first 30 seconds, we do get a takedown, we do get a front headlock, a back take, or whatever. I just feel from the competitor's point of view and from the spectator's point of view, I feel, and we haven't seen too much of this tonight, thankfully, but I feel a lot of time can be wasted in that.
Matches, yeah. Well, I have to say, not that anyone who competes has a lot of respect from me anyway, just in terms of like people willing to put yourself out there in general, but in credit to Adrian and the matchmakers here, we haven't had a stinker yet.
Nope.
Nothing to stink out the place. You know, like something that Mo Sislak would even say was great because the stink lines were included. We haven't had anything like that yet. Great decision by Dean, and veteran-like awareness from Brian Connelly to roll off the mat to get them back standing. And Dean wearing a lovely pair of Progress, like diamond gear, I believe, on the bottom, and Brian representing the red shield.
Gracie Baha. What are we looking at on the clock here?
3.5 left. I would round that up to closer to 4, just for maybe 2 stoppages of Paul, bringing them back into the centre.
Thank you, Andrew. I feel that we're missing that maybe here on our display behind. I think that could go a long way. Would be a clock. Now the audience could get a little bit of a context of maybe the urgency of both fighters.
What's on the way and stuff like that. And
now Paul throwing our livelihoods
into, nearly.
Paul,
and, you know,
happy to let those men fall.
Yeah, did you notice that?
I
how
did.
Late he was on that call?
I did.
It's almost as if he wants the destruction to happen.
Yeah. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Go for it. How would you react there? Would we both stand up and put frames?
I was putting a lot of faith in this chair that I'm sitting on, and I
Not
was going double outreached arms, kind of bracing in the chair.
And the feet at the same time.
Yeah, I do have my phone on the table here, but it is in an OtterBox, so absolutely.
Other iPhone cases are available. Brian Connelly on his back here with an overhook from close guard. There's going to be a triangle set up here.
Yes. Surely now Dean needs to work very hard to keep that full control. Beautiful to skip over the head there from Donnelly.
Oh.
That's going to be a tricky one to restart, Andrew.
You see,
that is going to be a tricky one. I do not envy Paul Brown here in the next few seconds.
I definitely don't envy. I definitely don't envy the reset, but I also disagree that it should be reset in the submission.
We're being reset in the submission.
We're being reset in the position, which was an omoplata, to a degree.
Yeah, it looks like Brian is going to show a little bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And well, as I say that, he's snatched on a darts
attacking
here.
His neck profusely.
Looks like he's gone a kind of a vice grips here, which can, a lovely shift to the dart. And could this be the elbow support's time to shine with that extra little bit of purchase?
Yeah, with a bit of you're basically grabbing fabric, bit of material here.
It's the long game.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Dean seems.
No, but he's gone into that a little bit deeper. He needed to spin to his back there. Brian looks comfortable on this. Looks like he knows that that's going to get him the tap. I'm not a betting man, Andrew, but I do think that Dean is going to have a hard time getting out of this. Maybe if Brian was to swing a left leg over to the mount to go more in front of him a little bit. I'd like to see like a more of a side control. Yeah,
Dean's getting flat now. If he goes on his side, Brian needs to drop his chest on the neck and pull to his chest at the same time. But Dean Donnelly, what an escape sequence here. He's been able to toughen it out. Brian's now in the front headlock. He's going to go for the guillotine. Dean follows.
Oh, does he have the hands together? He does in the end
but
here.
he has the shin in as well, so Dean's going to be able to be okay here.
Fireworks here in the Civic Theatre. I look to my right. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, rightfully so. What is the referee going to think about this? If I'm the referee here, I'm looking at, there's no submission threat here at all.
Now's the time to
stop, especially with so little time left in the match. Dean needs to be careful about posturing up, as is the call from his corner, as his presence down on his knees was exactly what was stopping that left foot of Brian Connelly popping out for the triangle. And look, here we are. This is why we called for the reset.
That's what we wanted, but if the last position was stopped and reset in a certain way, you could make an annoying argument for the fact that Dean Donnelly had a grip of the neck as it went out of bounds there.
Annoying argument is my middle name.
Oh, here we go, lads, right in front of us. You can peep the Adidas I'm wearing, brand new at Christmas as well. Hopefully someone can see them.
Just next to Chris's
Navy
classic
and gold.
Nike 97s there, outclassing the Adidas massively. No offense.
None taken. I'm leaving. Well, I will say this match has been maybe the most scramble-filled. Henry Felipe's was very good as well, in fairness, but both
not
of
as
these
back
lads,
and forth, maybe.
Yeah, no, there's been like a lot of good submission attempts in this match so far.
Here's Donnelly on a bit of a okay. Case to be made there for the beard of.
Yeah, and do you know what? Also, etiquette. Do you know what I mean? Of, am I going to rip this man's beard out?
I'm ripping it.
Would you? No bother.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's a crucifix entry to finish off the match. That's time as well. Wow. We'll give that a wee applause here. I know we're not.
First clap from again.
First clap from me and from Chris. Actually,
not my first clap, mate.
Have you been clapping?
I've had a few claps.
Have you had a few claps? Right. Well, Brian Connelly did once say that I had the most exciting match in the evening before on commentary, and looks like I will be repaying him the same compliment tonight.
That's your most exciting match of the evening so far?
No, but it went well with what I was trying to say, Chris. So
sorry for
no bother.
Sorry for putting me in that
it's
there.
all good.
That was a great match. Great effort from the two lads.
After 10 minutes of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. For your winner by unanimous decision, Brian Connelly. Danny Tallaght.